One more mission of the F-15, and then we're gonna have to upgrade to the Firestorm.
No Osean forces are in the region ahead. No allies here. No need to ID your target. We've set a number of priority targets, focusing on their anti-aircraft weaponry. Okay, team, get to work.
Unidentified aircraft, not sure if friend or foe. Fire anyway. We don't have time to be wondering if they're friendlies or not.
So, we capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan,
That
right,
should
Trader?
answer it for him.
You take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double-checking mission orders, Hushin.
Our anti-air guns are destroyed. Abandon and fall back to our rear position. Retreat!
Fusion's from the streets.
There are more vehicles along the road. They don't appear to be military. They're Rusian refugees.
Ah, fuck.
Must be fleeing since the conflict.
Clouds.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or we'll open fire.
What are they talking about? They already are firing on us. The enemy's confused. I know.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
So what's this faction split from the Erusian military?
The autonomous state of Shilage used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence. Those who want to restore their homelands flock to it. Apparently, their core consists of officers from Vaslage, which neighbored Shilage.
I hope Jaegers are out of this mission of his death flags.
They're our enemy's enemy,
Grippin.
but not our friends.
Fire the air. We're all out of ammo. Missiles, don't give up. We're not going to lose our country again.
Oh man.
Fly arms our planes up in the air.
Fucked up.
Retreat. Our tank can't take on a fighter.
Missile away.
These poor people.
Bombed us.
Destroyed.
We're unable to use the SAMs. Help me!
The resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate.
Target locked.
Dogs of war, Trigger. We're just dogs of war. Just doing what Command thinks is moral. Well, you've been in the Penal Legion, Trigger. Can you trust Command? Any more than you can trust a drone?
They have 4 aircraft. 4 planes incoming.
At least a drone you can predict.
Hurry up with takeoff preps.
Woof. Woof.
Coming up on the castle.
Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies. Shit.
I feel like we're a group of burglars.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Yeah, I know.
Destroyed.
Fuck, I didn't get that guy.
That's Shilage Castle.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
They're here already. Beagle didn't do our scouts. Take in both civilians and refugees without discrimination. Get away from the stone buildings and take shelter somewhere sturdier or underground. Drop where you are and cover your head if you hear jet engines. That warehouse is filled with ammunition.
Target acquired.
Let's try to minimize the casualties.
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
Strider 1, target eliminated. Missile inbound. Taking.
The fire set off a chain reaction. At least stop it from spreading.
God.
The SAM is out. We're running out of ways to strike back.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Our air defense capabilities are compromised.
I'm behind my target. Attack missed.
Missile away.
How is that missing?
Locked on.
Wow, it's still alive.
These guys are blinding us.
Strider 3 launching missile.
What is the deal with that target?
The battle won't last much longer. Let them have our lives. As long as our nation stands, the scum will carry on.
Jeez, these guys are serious, huh?
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Shit! We still have plenty of missiles left, but the launcher is toast. Please, somebody answer us!
New hostiles. All aircraft confirmed.
This town is of high cultural value. It's unfortunate to get it wrong way.
We need to survive, right?
Not something I'll tell my son about.
Death flag.
Target locked.
Hey, destroy! Cancel takeoff. Soul Squadron, stand by.
Negative. This battle's over if we don't get up there. Along with hope of restoration.
Soul 2.
Don't worry. As long as we accelerate inside the tunnel, they won't be able to shoot us down that easily. Attack missed.
Tunnel.
Your interceptors are in the air.
All right.
Getting to takeoff speed inside the tunnel is insane.
Soul Squadron, airport. Invaders out of our
It's fucking Soul Squadron.
Understood. You are in violation of Shilage airspace. Turn around or we'll be forced to shoot you down.
This is the Ocean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Land immediately and hand over your planes and base to us.
You must be the snowbirds. It's absurd for you to be talking so tough after losing one of your leaders at Brabante. You bastard! You defile this country. As long as you're here, this country will never know peace.
True.
Shit. Hostile has a lock.
Traffic flares are running low.
Poor Soul Squadron just trying to save the city right now. But they're not the protagonists, so they don't get to.
Enemy on your back. I'm out. Ejecting. I hope he's okay. Mainly under those conditions. I can see his parachute. It's breaking makes it to safety.
3 to go. Don't let them work together. Back up trigger. Welcome.
Woohoo!
He's been hit. He's ejected.
That was a little close.
We can't even last long enough to buy ourselves some time.
What?
As expected, but a lucky shot would be boring.
Railgun!
Some kind of energy weapon. No, it's a railgun.
Strider 1, you have a bogey approaching at high speed. Bearing 090, straight from the east.
I gotta finish off the wingman. It's the super plane! It's the PACFA! No, it's the... What is that?
High-speed projectile launch.
Shit!
I'm testing this aircraft. You must find your own sky.
We can still help you.
Don't waste your life. Dedicated to reclaiming that which you call home. Furthermore, we must find someone to guide you. I'm not that person. Mihai.
These missiles are tough!
Hustler Team Squad will be retreating. Those fighting below are advised to temporarily withdraw. Don't die. As long as we're alive, our hopes and dreams live on.
Hey, look at the color of that plane. Damn, that's the flames of hell. Time for payback.
Negative. It's no good. I can't get close enough.
Leave it to Trigger. The rest of us will just get in the way. Rest
Bark.
on the perimeter to catch whatever slips through. We'll go. Might just cost us our lives.
Shit. God damn it.
Someone to guide us. Wait, I can't think of anyone other than you. Working together, Mihai taught me something. Drone fighters don't belong in the blue. They have no place in the cosmos of the skies. And there with the most intelligent we should be fighting against.
Hey, look. It's like the sky's been sliced wide open. Be sure those units on the Beagle down to deploy.
The enemy's mobility is pilots still unfazed. Keep up the attack.
Missile.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. 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 Missile.
It's intercepting.
80%. 100%. Targeting correction, 0.8 degrees.
Not bad.
Jesus!
Land your plane and surrender. Why do you feel the need to get
99% damage. This guy's not playing around.
It seems like one of the pilots is also planning along. He's not alone. Look around you. I see. Perhaps it would have been best to entrust the future to pilots like that. Let me test him then, to see if he's truly worthy. Strider 1 has been hit. Are you alright?
He's flying, but if he takes another hit, it's a miracle you're not in a million pieces.
Missile. Hold on. Missile. 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 Missile.
100%.
Fuck.
Targeting correction, 0.02 degrees. Positional correction.
Railgun is firing again. Bad news. Its accuracy is increasing with each shot.
That's not good.
Take it down as quickly as possible.
Cooldown complete.
Not bad. It's getting closer.
Enemy on your back.
Missile. Missile.
120%.
Missile away.
Warning, braking control deactivated. Targeting correction complete.
Railgun has been fired. Beyond the limits of machine assistance, I see. You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot.
Cooldown complete. Warning, manual targeting engaged. Targeting assisted prep complete.
That bastard's moving in a way that minimizes the damage even when he's hit. Keep firing those missiles until you blow him to pieces.
You're almost there. This weapon is not enough to take down 3 trees. This aircraft is my body. If they are not enough, then I must put my soul into it. There are pilots like you in every generation, and I've found every last one of them.
Target 1 scored another hit.
It's a hit. The unidentified aircraft is going down.
You got him. Trigger has splashed a bandit.
Can you hear me? Pilot with the 3 strikes. This was all due to my ego. I unleashed pure chaos upon this world, just so I could keep my wings. Put a stop to the drone production.
Is this a message to Trigger? What does it mean?
I don't think this war is over just because we shot down Mr. X. Yeah, it's gonna take something else entirely to end this thing. I just don't know what.
Jesus.
No Ocean forces are in.
That was wild. Is that scripted to go to 99% damage, or am I just incredibly lucky? I can't tell which.
The resupply went well. We should be okay on food and fuel reserves for a little while at least. Luckily, the rumor that the Erusian army is
No, it's not
advancing
scripted.
nearby is only a rumor. There's no sign of them from the skies. Rumors, rumors, rumors. This is what happens when you lose communications. But we got one good fact. The plane Trigger shot down was an advanced model
You
of
can
the
survive one hit. It is
XO2
okay. So you go to
It was developed in
99%.
the last Continental War.
You can survive one shot,
Erusia
but only
had a lot
one.
up their sleeves. Apparently, they were even supposed to have Belkin aircraft back in the First War. What if Trigger couldn't shoot it down? Just thinking about it gives me chills. We're lucky to be here. In war, you never know what's lurking behind the curtain.
Well, I'm glad we didn't get hit twice.
It looks like everything's loose now. Solid chain of command, rest periods after sorties, a battlefield where you know friend from foe. All of that's gone now, lost in a fog of confusion. Feels like a distant dream. Now, just how the hell are we gonna get out of this mess?
I'm really interested in, like, how much the storyline shifts. Like, you start off and it's a vanilla, like, Ace Combat style setup. Then you go to the Penal Legion after you kill the president. Then you go back to a normal campaign and it's back to like the vanilla style campaign. Take the capital. Now it's gone to this like no IFF, all the satellites are dead, like weird kind of like no communications, no high command thing. There's a lot of different like beats to the story. It's interesting. Hang on, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And I brought the real Trigger with me. What do you think of nations? What do you think of the drone? Are we all just dogs of war? You're just the Trigger, you don't know. You just keep murdering, you just keep shooting them down.
When we got to the mainland, we found the space elevator's support facility. I guess this was the factory where they built the gigantic structure the elevator traveled in. There was this little girl sitting in front of a mural. When the princess saw her, she shuddered like she'd seen a ghost. The girl had a stuffed animal. This was the day after the shit went down at Tyler Island.
And then the
She
princess
walked
shot
right
her.
up to the princess, took her hand, and led her into the factory. One thing's for sure, they knew each other. The factory'd been converted to a production line for Erusian drones. It was fully automated and chugging along, making drone after drone after drone. Once they got inside, the princess stopped and just stood there. Another girl was there with a man in a lab coat. He was trying to use his keyboard, but she wouldn't let him. She took a data chip and threw it on the ground. Then she walked over to us and took the gun from the prison guard's holster. She pulled the trigger and destroyed the chip.
Oh, I thought she was shooting the man. That would have been hardcore.
Later, I found out that the girl with the gun and the one with the stuffed animal were sisters. They were also the granddaughters of Mihai A. Shilage, the legendary pilot. Gramps used to talk about him. He said Mihai was the top ace from 2 wars ago. Know any Belkins? Because this guy was a Belkin, and they love to stir shit up. Pitting nations against other nations is a particular favorite of theirs, along with
He's a
developing
Belkin?
advanced technology.
That's right. I'm Belkin, born and raised.
He's a fucking Belkin!
My country is gone now. Rather than surrender to its enemy, Belka detonated 7 nuclear weapons on its own soil.
They did what?
My people scattered around the globe, living in the shadows of other countries. We had a new purpose: to breed wars.
What?
The theory was that through war, we could achieve our destiny and our revenge. I had just finished inputting Mihai's data when his granddaughter came in. She destroyed the only copy I had of the information I squeezed out of him. The girl loved Mihai. No one knew more than her just how hard I pushed her grandfather for that data, how much I made him sacrifice in the process. I promised his granddaughters that his efforts were not in vain, that it could end this terrible war. But in the end, it only caused more chaos and despair. We were responsible for all this damage, all this tragedy. Now, we were going to pay for it. The Erusians, once our allies, would see to that. I had lost the drive to continue my work, even before I noticed Mihai's granddaughters eyeing me with suspicion that one day. I should have stopped then, for all our sakes. Mihai's granddaughter tossed the gun aside. She said if she resorted to killing, she'd just end up like the rest of us. And by us, she meant everyone, including the princess. Like me, the princess was afraid to look into the girl's eyes. She knew that by encouraging her people, she kept the war going. Mihai and his granddaughter were victims of it, and now they too were paying the price.
Is this for Belka? Or for Erusia? My grandfather had only one wish: to continue soaring through the endless skies. That was the only place where he felt alive. But I don't even have a country to call home, let alone the sky. The Black Forest, the lake, they are no longer mine. Even though those lands were once cherished by my late mother. We have to learn to put that sense of nostalgia behind us and behave like mature adults.
My homeland. She's right. It feels so far away now. The woman with the rifle approached me. She was focused on more pressing issues.
I checked the computer. All of the data on the legendary ace had already been installed.
No, I pulled it before it was completed. However, there are 2 aircraft that are already scheduled to be manufactured based on that data.
We must destroy the factory.
This isn't the only one. There are more facilities just like it, and the 2 planes containing the data will be manufactured at one of those facilities.
So, this place runs on solar power that the space elevator generates, right?
Wait, what?
How about the others? We can destroy the space elevator and cut the power to them. First things first, let's take this one out.
That's why the president was trying to destroy the space elevator.
Target.
He's a hero. He knew before the war even started.
Thinking about that mural by the factory's entrance. Harling commissioned it to be painted. I realized that in the background, behind the dancing figures, the artist had painted several space elevators. I understand now. The space elevator wasn't designed to exploit Erusia after all.
Good.
We're gonna
And
blow up
afterwards,
the space
we'll bring down
elevator?
the space elevator itself. No matter why it was built. Right now, it's the root of this chaos.
I wonder
Yes?
which path you would choose when looking at Harling.
Yeah, no, that we're gonna cut off the end of that because it's too out of sync. Thank you, game.
Let's get the briefing started.
We've done enough air operations. Just let us go home.
Shut up!
No path for us to get home. Whatever direction you fly, it'll be right into a hail of enemy fire. Earlier, we received a communication via the partially restored general network. Here is what it contained. Apparently, the Erusian radicals have gathered around the space.
Is this the last mission?
As it's a source of energy.
That's good to know.
The warmongers.
Right here at the end of the campaign.
And you give them the luxury to keep on fighting. In response to this, people from both Osea and Erusia have joined forces and will take down the final Arsenal bird in a saturation attack from the air.
We're gonna take our Arsenal bird first.
Achieved, they'll take the space elevator from the aggressors.
We're gonna capture it.
Been verified.
It could be fake. I hear you. Take a look at what's written at the end. Hey, dumbass. If you want to bring the world back from the brink, go to the lighthouse. You can see the future.
Dumbass? Sounds familiar.
Bork!
Certainly does. It's from those guys we met in Tyler Island. The 444 squad. It's a message to all those looking to end the war. But I also think it's a message for Trigger.
Bork, Bork!
Guess we'll do what it says.
Okay. Well then, I'm thinking we go roast that damn bird.
Looks like we're all on the same page. It's time to end this war. Time to fly, guys. Let's go get that Arsenal bird.
Arsenal bird. Let's go get the Arsenal bird. That is a lot of targets. Trigger for this mission. We're gonna be putting you into the... Oh! Into the highest tech craft we've got. Plizzle. Expand lasers. Done. 650 laser ammo. Oh shit.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
It's time for this dog to fly. Hasn't every mission been about this dog flying? Shut up. This is the one he's really gonna fly in.